Hello, I'm Rick Wegley. I'm one of the instructors here at the NCM Institute, and this is Ask NCM, where we do our best to answer frequently asked questions from our clients around the country. This week's question came up in one of our parts classes, and we have this conversation in every class that we do with the parts and service managers, but why are labor sales important to the parts department? Well, labor to parts sales ratios typically show almost $1 for labor, $1 for parts on almost every ticket if we do an overall big picture view, which basically results in about 35 cents gross profit to the parts department for every dollar of labor that we sell through the service department. So why should labor be important to the parts department? Well, I think the answer would be obvious. We're trying to grow both businesses on that. The service and parts relationship can be critical there, and your counter people may have a lot to do with that too. Basically, we're trying to keep our technicians in the bay producing labor hours and doing everything we can to get them the parts to fill their needs as quickly as possible so we can get on to the next job and sell more labor and therefore sell associated parts with that. So for every dollar of labor that we sell, there's almost always going to be a parts sale involved with that. So the math that we actually use in the classes will show that for every dollar of labor that we sell actually generates $1.25 gross profit for the dealership overall when you take into consideration the parts and associated shop supplies included with that sale. So warning signs you might want to look for that would be flat or declining technician hours being generated in the shop. It may be just, it could be a market condition, but it could also be possibly have a parts fill situation going on. And if you're looking at your parts department's gross profit, another warning sign I've seen in the past is then a higher than benchmark gross profit on parts, whereas the parts department may be marking the parts up to the point where service department isn't actually able to close those sales. So thank you for joining me on this week's edition of Ask NCM. If you have a question you'd like to see us addressed on a future episode, please email your request to askncm@ncmassociates.com.